The NEC reaffirmed the position taken at its meeting of 31st July to 2nd August in 2020 that the ANC needs to draw a line in the sand between the organization and those who steal from the people. The NEC agreed on decisive action that needs to be taken to tackle corruption within our own ranks as the ANC and across society. In this regard, the meeting received a report from the National Working Committee on the work undertaken to collate information on the individuals within the ANC who are facing charges of corruption or other serious crimes. The NEC welcomed the report and actions being taken at various levels and resolved that these actions must be completed as a matter of urgency. This must be accompanied by public accountability. The NEC agreed that this will be a turning point in the fight against corruption and accordingly decided on the following. The NEC endorsed the contents of President Ramaphosa's letter to ANC members of 23rd August as a clear articulation of the policies and positions of the organization and agreed to the implementation of the points of action contained therein. The NEC emphasized that what seems to be a choreographed campaign against the president will not distract the movement from undertaking an intensified program against corruption and state capture as mandated by the 54th National Conference. In this regard, we will also work with other sectors of society and the broader population to confront the scourge of corruption. It also decided that cadres of the movement who are formally charged for corruption or other serious crimes must immediately step aside from all leadership positions in the ANC, in legislatures, or other government structures, pending the finalization of their cases. The officials, as mandated, will develop guidelines and procedures on implementation, and the next NWC meeting will receive a progress report in this regard in terms of how this decision is being implemented. In cases where this has not happened, such individuals will be instructed to step aside. The other decision was that cadres of the ANC who are reported to be involved in corrupt and other serious criminal practices must go to the Integrity Commission to explain themselves. Those who do not give an acceptable explanation may be suspended. NEC also decided that cadres of the ANC who are convicted of corruption or other serious crimes must resign from leadership positions and face disciplinary action in line with the ANC constitution. Other decision was that the NEC will meet with the Integrity Commission with a view to strengthen its role in restoring the values of the ANC and ensuring that it has the means and the resources it needs to carry out its mandate. Other decision was that guidelines on the ANC's approach to internal leadership contests in elective meetings and conferences of the organization will be developed, especially rules for lobbying and campaigning. This will take into account the organization's experiences over many years and will be guided by the overriding imperative to ensure that internal democratic processes do protect the movement's integrity and do indeed produce the best cadres to lead transformation. The other decision was the ANC will put in place a mechanism for leaders to make regular declarations of financial interest to the organization, drawing on existing practices in parliament and government. The system and process will need to ensure a proper balance between privacy and accountability. The other decision was that guidelines will be developed on ANC leaders and their families doing business with government and public entities. These guidelines will give due regard to the right of every person, like every citizen in our country, to engage in legitimate business activity as allowed by our Constitution, while removing the potential for any ANC leaders or members of their families to derive undue benefit from political access. Proceeding from the understanding that this is a matter affecting all parties and government institutions, the ANC will also table this matter for discussion in the legislatures and encourage forums such as NEC to engage on this issue. The NEC is determined that these measures should be implemented consistently and without any fear or favor or prejudice, and that they are essential steps towards renewing, rebuilding, and uniting our movement.